Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Happy Wednesday to you, hump day, whatever it is you want to call it. Maybe even good evening to you as well, right? Depending on when you watch this or where you're at. Either way, thanks so much for watching. Do me a quick favor if you could. Before you forget, hit the like button. Greatly appreciate it. Really helps grow the channel and get other people to discover stuff like this here. Hopefully help them out too. Look at this. This is insane. This candle is a monster. And you know what that is? That's called a liquidation candle. We're going to take a quick look at the backend data here, and I'm willing to guess that there was a tremendous amount of liquidation there. In fact, I recall talking about being careful shorting this coin last night, and let's take a look here. I'm sorry to laugh. I hope you weren't caught in the crossfire here, but look at this. Heavy concentration of shorts. Price action shoots right up there, comes right back down, and none the wiser, right? Everybody with a short position that got liquidated is like, what the heck just happened? And the whales are just laughing their way to the bank. Okay, so again, it happens all the time. Just know heavier concentration at 58.40. That's starting to increase a little bit as the price goes up. But generally speaking, that could be the next target. So just be mindful. Again, very, very careful with the shorts. Obviously, if you took it along, hopefully you took some profits and it worked out for you. But I was mentioning before we left off that it's important to recognize this descending trend. Until we break that, we need to establish higher highs and higher lows, which we are tentatively doing right now, right there at 0.236. So we're going to go ahead and actually update our fibs a little bit here and just clean up the charts a little bit and give us perspective on, actually, no, let's do a few other things here. Let's go to the daily first and work our way down. So quickly to note here, this is phenomenal as well. So we got a lot of new community members here, and I just got to let you know too, if you're part of our Discord, the place to find our signals is this premium group here. You click on premium, you can see that we took what 63% from Atom, QNT 60%, Dogecoin 83%, AVAX 47%. The list kind of goes on here, and this is just in the last 24 hours. So phenomenal trades. Super happy it's all working out well for you. Then, of course, we got our day trading bot. This is a scalping bot. We've been scalping the crap out of Matic here lately. So, again, awesome stuff there. Be sure to check that out. But that's where you find it on the page there. And congrats again to our other community members who are part of all those trades. It's been a really, really good month for us here. Okay, so what I want to focus on here on the daily time frame is stochastic RSI. Just quickly note, we did diverge there, of course. That was yesterday. And now we're starting to swing down a little bit. So that does tell us momentum could be shifting to the downside. It's not a guarantee, of course. It's kind of like a MACD for RSI. It really helps us understand a shift in momentum based on the relative strength of the market. And at this point right now, we can see there's not a lot of signs here telling us that we're bullish or bearish. Okay, again, MACD is trying to diverge. RSI is trying to do the same thing. While RSI is increasing and money flow index is increasing. These are all positive factors, but yet some conflicting ones too that are telling us the price might pull back. So again, these are really interesting scenarios because it doesn't give us full-on confirmation in either direction, and those are situations for me that I don't like to really consider taking a trade. The one thing I would tell you though is that $58 is a very strong support level. We're getting more support at $60, and also the moving average 20 is hanging out right there at about 58.59. Those are extremely good things. Those are letting us know we're on the right side of the tracks. All the more reason not to short because we're more long biased, okay? Again, so all this stuff combined, I would say 60% likelihood of upside based on the daily time frame. Okay, so again, we just keep adding those things together on multiple time frames and we make an informed decision. So the daily time frame tells us that. What does the 4-hour time frame tell us? Well, it tells us we got some manipulation occurring. This previous liquidation level has been officially satisfied, and I think the whales are pretty happy right now. That said, we have a fair value gap here as well between 6170 and roughly 6260. That could potentially get filled as well. They're typically partially filled first and then fully filled later. And then, of course, we take a look here at a few key factors here. RSI and money flow index in really good shape. Stochastic, we got basically a stochastic FU. In other words, it didn't diverge, it just bounced right back because of that ugly candlewick there. So I don't really trust this type of behavior, but the truth here is that we are establishing higher lows now, okay? And we are in a situation where the price action is continuing to ascend versus descend. Now, you got to recognize, too, this high right here didn't pass. We couldn't cross that plane and close above 64.35. So we can kind of presume that 64.35 is a new resistance level here for us because we've candle wicked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times and haven't closed above it yet, okay? So that, to me, spells strong resistance. However, those levels are consistently retested. What do you think happens to them? They're broken if they are. So I think it's just a matter of time before we retest that level and break through it and establish it as a support. It makes more sense for that to happen now because of the way things are progressing here. Again, we're establishing higher lows and higher highs, and we're in a situation right now where the price action does look like it wants to gravitate towards that level. So again, I think 65 retest that general area makes more sense. Take a quick look at TD sequential. There's a few resets here, nothing substantial. We did come down to an 8, and now we came back up to a 6, likely to reset. Just bear in mind, the way things are working right now, the whole manipulation aspect of things, I would not be surprised if 58 is retested before the price discovers new recent highs. So please just keep your head on a swivel here. If we start establishing lower lows and lower highs again, I think 58 would be the next target, because there's literally no liquidation here left for this coin. Only a massive amount at 58.50 now. Okay, so please recognize 58.50 has somewhat of a target. In fact, we'll just go ahead and put this little guy right here, just to give us kind of a reminder for later. Okay, so $58, where are you at? There you go. Right there at about 58. We'll just put that there. And that's just for later. Okay, so just to note, that is a possibility. Right now, probability, hard to say. Probably not, just based on the fact that, again, higher lows and higher highs are continuing here. We're looking pretty good there in the overall sense. All right, let's go and wrap this up with the hourly. Call it a day. Thanks again for watching again. Please hit the like button if you could. Obviously, do yourself a favor. Oh, and also, if you are considering either a new exchange, or even if not, if VPN KYC requirements are a problem for you, you have to constantly deal with it. We've got tons and tons of members coming over to our newest exchange, Bitunix. Phenomenal exchange, extremely good. Take profit targets. You can have multiple take profit targets, and also trailing stop losses, things that most other exchanges don't have. So you can find those instructions in our Discord. We're going to have that setting in there soon. But generally speaking, phenomenal benefit rewards if you use my link to register. So here's the thing. On the hourly time frame, we talked about this previously. We were below the cloud when we were trying to consider a trade. It's like, don't do that. We want to confirm above the cloud first. Now that the price action is trending above there, we're in good shape to probably be able to take a trade. Now again, I say probably with great caution. In other words, the lagging span soon intersected the price action here. Conversion line is above the baseline. We have good momentum, and we're above the cloud. So we've got 2 out of 3 indications that a long position would be viable. But to me, this isn't really a condition that I would like to take a trade in. However, we have established higher lows so far, as long as it doesn't go any lower, right? So the idea is for the next high to be higher than the previous, or at the very least, a higher low and then a lower high. I think I misspoke there. It's basically a higher high and a higher low afterwards. So what I'm getting at here is, when I see something like this, me personally, I avoid it with a 10-foot pole. I wait until there's good confirmation, because I just feel like there's a lot of trickery in the market right now, and that anything could happen. So just please be careful. Again, the probability of the price going up is greater than the probability of the price going down. We've summarized that. However, we still don't have that confirmation, that little stamp I like to put in my trades to warrant a long or a short position right now. Okay? So just please recognize that we are not in a perfect scenario. But is trading perfect? No, never. Even a situation where the trade looks exactly the way you want it to, it'll only work out 70-80% of the time. Okay. Again, mainly the reason why we're successful as a group is just because we use a specific risk tolerance and a specific risk management, and that maximizes our profit percentage. And in other words, we have more than like 90% on our trades. So again, last month, two stop losses and 22 good trades, if I'm not mistaken. It was somewhere in the range of 91%. Anyways, we're not here for that. I just want you to know that consistency is important, and if you hold true to honoring your risk tolerance and always going in with a game plan and not just shifting a day trade into a day trade just because it didn't go your way, those are not the right things to do. Okay? Again, friendly advice. Either way, what are your thoughts? Comment below. Love to hear your thoughts. Sorry I was so long-winded here today. I get a little preachy sometimes. I hope you learned something, though. Either way, if you did, let me know too. Great to hear it. Thanks again for watching. Have yourself a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.